tonight.
It's the nightcap to a big Christmas day full of football. The Ravens and the Niners. Off we go from Santa Clara. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick, but I'm betting that he continues the streak in this game.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Hands it off out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let them dink and dunk all day long.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Daniels. He completes it to Hunter. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels, and that's knocked away and incomplete. Eddie Pinheiro on now. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson from the shotgun. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. An option handoff here to Dobbins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. They'll try and run for it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Daniels. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The numbers for Flowers last week: 4 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
And now has 12 touchdowns on the season, which tells you he's doing more than his share of great route running and finding ways to get open and putting the ball in the end zone.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Jackson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They'll start out here with the option left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. And his throw here's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Daniels connects with Kittle underneath. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go again with Dobbins. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Here's 3rd and 10. Jackson A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Complete to Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Daniels. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing is Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd down and 4. To throw again is Jackson. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. Anthony Richardson, strong in the victory, as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Cooper Kupp, well over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize.
There he goes, left side.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 66 yards. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Boy, I got to say, I don't know how he made it all the way to the end zone without going down. What a run.
Absolutely incredible that was, because defensively you're taught to break down, wrap up, but in this case he didn't really allow it, and really no one was able to slow him down enough for the extra help to get there. He just kept getting out of tackles all the way downfield and found the end zone.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 9. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him. And we'll step aside for a moment. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st and 10, Daniels firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Daniels. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 3rd quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now Jackson.
Quick slant here to Smith.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Here's Jackson.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Jackson now.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Here now 2nd and 4. Jackson going to keep it running right.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw is Jackson.
Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And that will cut this lead team. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Here's Beckham. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson options out left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Ravens use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
98 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Throwing on first down. Daniels. He finds his man complete. That's Hunter. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Daniels. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On first down, Daniels.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to...
When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now it's Jackson.
Pass complete, it's likely.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Here's first down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On second down, a run with Dobbins.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line. Just the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal. We continue play, but if they can find the end zone up. There he goes, left side. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through that's going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for Baltimore, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week.